Today, we are tracking finger pointing after lending disasters, robo-taxis heading for London, and the $40 billion bet on AI's infrastructure. From the credit markets rattle to crypto going mainstream. Let's dive in. The late cycle accidents. Apollo Global Management CEO Mark Rubin just called the first brands and tricolor late cycle accidents, the inevitable results of years when lenders turned out risky borrowers. I think it's a desire to win in a competitive market that sometimes leads to shortcuts, he told the FT Private Capital Summit in London. He added that in some of these more leveraged credits, there has been a willingness to cut the corners. Last month's collapses reverberated across the credit markets, leaving Blackstone, PGIM, and banks including Jefferies nursing heavy losses. They have also prompted fresh scrutiny of the bank loans, private debt markets, and lack of transparency around the highly leveraged borrowers. Both Rubin and Blackstone President Jonathan Gray pointed fingers at the banks for amassing its pushing the first brands and tricolor. What's interesting is that both were bank-led processes, Gray said, rejecting 100% the idea that this was a canary in the coal mine. Apollo went so far as to build a short position against the first brand's debt before the collapse, profiting from the failure. Most of the announced holders of risk are, in fact, financial institutions, Rubin noted. JP Diamond CEO Jamie Dimon echoed the concerns as bank reported a $170 million hit from tricolor. My antenna goes up when things like this happen. I probably shouldn't say this, but when you see one cockroach, they probably are. He called the tricolor exposure not by finest moment. Banks and private capital firms have been at odds as businesses increasingly turn to private credit for borrowing. Traditional lenders label it regulatory arbitrage and complain about the non-bank financial institutions that are too lightly regulated. But first brands and tricolor expose how both sides are intertwined through the complex structures that obfuscate who holds the underwriting risk, especially as the banks aim to maintain market share. The International Monetary Fund this week called on the regulators to focus on the US and European banks' $1.5 trillion exposure to the sector, noting that they are increasingly lending to private credit funds because these loans often deliver higher returns on equity than the traditional commercial and industrial lending. The finger pointing continues. The question is whether anyone will actually fix the shortcuts before the next accident happens.